Alright, hey guys, what's up? This is NintendoCollector, and this video will be showing all of my different Nintendo games on all of my different Nintendo systems. So there's not much else to say, but let's get the video started, and I won't give a description of every game. I might just say the title of a few, but not much else than that, and they're not in any certain order at all. They're just as they are as I took them off my shelf. So I'm not going to talk about each of them because that would take way too long, as we all know, but I might mention something if it's a special game or item in the collection. So let's get started with this NES poster, NES controller that I de-gutted, and there's the NES itself, one of the ones that I do not have hooked up, and we have some games. And sorry if they're kind of blurry, but for the most part you can tell what games they are. If you have any questions of what games they are, just tell me the time in the video that it's at, and I will give you the name of the game. Oh, Gyromite. There's one that's going to be an upcoming review, because I will do a review on the ROB, or Robotic Operating Buddy, for the Nintendo, or known as Rob, for short. Mario's Missing, one of Nintendo's, actually it's not even really Nintendo's biggest failures as a game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3: The Manhattan Project. I actually just got that today. Stack Up, another game for the ROB, or Rob. Kirby's Adventure, a really fun game. And sorry if you can't really see some of these because of the lighting in my room right now, but that is actually Wrecking Crew, that one right there. And the one next to it is Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. Sorry if I'm getting off track a little here. I'm trying to look over the camera and read the games to you. Tetris 2, that's a really fun game in my opinion. Glove Ball, used to play with the Power Glove. Rad Racer, featured in the movie The Wizard, that Lucas plays with the Power Glove and says his famous line, "I love the Power Glove, it's so bad." Yeah, sorry if this is kind of a boring video, but you know, I think it's okay. Oh, Blades of Steel, that's one I'm about to talk about in a minute or two. I have a funny little piece of that. Not an actual piece of the game, but you know, Super C, which is the sequel to Contra, that's a really fun game, in my opinion. Contra, that's the original game to Super C, both great games. Dream Master in the box. All these games that I'm about to show you are in the box. The NES Cleaning Kit. NES Play Action Football. Gauntlet 2, a 4-player game. Both of those 4-player games. Yoshi's Cookie, that is probably my favorite game I have in the box. It's in the best shape. Just awesome. Great game too, by the way. My worst condition game in the box, Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I should say. These games I actually pulled out of my little storage container because I didn't want to lay all of them out because they're so organized and in the order I want them right now, but they are in a Nintendo bin, if you can see that down there that says Nintendo, and they came out of this right there. Sorry if you could just hear the phone ring. So that's that. These two I keep in a case, the two Legend of Zelda games, both very fun, very good games. Gyromite in the box that you play on the ROB, or Rob. And here's what I wanted to tell you about Blades of Steel. Let me just pick that up here. Okay, regular Blades of Steel cart, right? Licensed by Konami. Just your average NES game. Well, here's one I found that wasn't so average, and I keep it in a special protector sleeve. Blades of Steel. The label was put on backwards in the factory. That is one of my favorite pieces of my NES collection. A very unique little game there. So I think it's priceless to me, but I just thought that's really neat. Here's another misprint game I have. Legends of the Diamond. Let me take it out of the sleeve there. Looks like your average NES game, right? Well, you see the label there. But if we look on the label on the top, you guys probably can't see it very well, but the word diamond is spelled wrong. It's spelled D-A-I-M-O-N-D. So sorry if you can't really see that, but it is. Trust me. Take my word for it. Alright, that's about it for my NES collection. So now we'll move on to Super Nintendo. Alright, now here are the Super Nintendo games played on the Super Nintendo. So here is the Super Nintendo things, and same goes for this one, not in any certain order, but I will mention if it's a special game. So here we go. And once again, sorry if you can't see them too well. Mario RPG. Also, just tell me the time and I'll give you the game. Super Mario All-Stars, that's one of the best games ever. Mario Paint, I don't know why I have two of them. I actually have quite a few doubles. So, just a heads up there. Yoshi Safari, played with the Super Scope, if you didn't know that. If you can't tell what that game is, it is Super Soccer. And that one is Sim City, I believe. The label's messed up, that's why I know that. Warriors Woods, that's actually one of my favorite games, surprisingly. Street Fighter 2, great game. Super Punch Out, recently got that. Joe and Mac, my dad got that for me. I don't know where he got it, but he did. Killer Instinct, kind of a oddball in the group since it's the only black cartridge. X-Men, I actually used to play that a lot. I have no idea why. I guess I got addicted to X-Men. Mega Man X, easily in my top 5 of Super Nintendo games. It is one of the best games I've ever played in my life. Easily. Alright, now here's my favorite game in my Super Nintendo collection. Are you ready? I bet you can all mostly guess what it is, but if you don't know, it is Earthbound. Yay! We all want that game, right? With the strategy guide. Yay! Okay, no. Here's some boxed games. Demon's Crest, I've heard that's kind of rare. I don't know if it is. If somebody could tell me if it is or not, I'd appreciate it. Street Fighter 2 box, that's in terrible shape. Game Genie, don't really count that as a game, it's a cheating device, but nobody likes to cheat. Super Nintendo controller. This is a RoboCop vs. Terminator that I actually put backwards. There you go, if you can see that any better. But the reason it is in a different kind of thing, you can hear it, it's hard. And no, that's not a perverted joke. I actually don't know why it's like that. But it is, so that's kind of cool. Super Game Boy to play your Game Boy games on your Super Nintendo. And a few more things I have over here are instruction booklets. We have Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, A Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Super Mario All-Stars, I've had that forever. Tournament Fighters, or Ninja Turtle Tournament Fighters for short. Kirby's Avalanche, the Super Nintendo just guide itself. This is actually one of my more rare booklets. It is The Illusion of Gaia, however you want to say it. Nintendo Power Handbook. Joe and Mac, it came with the game that my dad got me, Joe and Mac. And that is basically it for Super Nintendo, except for I have a Super Nintendo mouse pad for Mario Paint over there, and I have a Super Scope, which you can see up there, and that's basically it. So